This is probably going to be an easy one here from Coco. Nice. Gary, is it safe to say that individuals with blonde or red hair have the DNA of the Nephilim? There is no judgment here. I'm just curious.
Not necessarily, because we had those hair descriptions that were with us before. There is a distinction. It's like pale skin. But the paleness of the Nephilim skin was at a whole different level. And then there's different kinds of red hair. And it's the strawberry blonde red hair that is the most favored within the Royales. And so the whitest of the blonde hair is more favored as well amongst it. So I'd say there's strains within the strains. So red might be an indication that there might be some genes there, but not necessarily. And red is considered higher, at least from the Western bloodlines, as a higher majestic bloodline and gene than the blonde.
Interesting. This next one we sort of covered here. I don't know if you have any other information on it. Kevin Kennedy TMI asks, Gary, can you please explain to me what the aliens' greys are?
Yeah, they're the gray gnomes of the fairies.
Very succinct.
They're called the Greys. The gnomes are called the Greys, the Grey neighbors in Scotland. Exact same description, exact same technology. They're just a term that was used before our technology came along and the alien deception. So now we're getting the language to deceive a nation that is developing the knowledge.
Very, very succinct. All right. Here we go. From JR. If you get a chance tonight, I would love to know what Gary thinks the Catacombs of Paris are really about. I know it's off topic.
Yeah, that's something that, I mean, Paris is technically not one of the ancient cities, but an old city. And it is a city of the Anjou. And in the secret societies, in the occult world, underground cities, underground tunnels is part of that whole mix. So when they set up the town square in North America, which is even newer, they would have knock off the 4 cardinal points, which is very important to them. And so they would have like a Masonic hall on one end of the north, let's say, and maybe a courthouse or something on the back end, and 2 churches on each of the sides, typically a Catholic church and a Protestant church. And that within that is the town square. And then they would have tunnels with all sorts of chambers and places to do rituals and stuff like that underneath. They did that in all of the old cities as well in Europe. And places like Petra are more underground than above ground, just as some of the many other cities around the world. So this underground nature, I think, comes out of their history of protection, maybe to survive the flood, to survive danger or war. And what's interesting in Revelation 6, when the destruction is 25% only, all the great men, the mega and the megastranes, and meg is Indo-Aryan for ruler or king, and means big, large, like a giant.
Megatron.
Yeah, which is the word that's used for great and mighty men in the book of Revelation, are the 2 words that are used for that as the bloodlines of these giants. They all are running for fear into their caves. I'm thinking underground fortifications, whether they're bomb shelters, whatever the fortification, for protection, because they think it's Armageddon. They're saying this is the day of the Lord, and they're running into those caverns, but it's not the day of the Lord yet. It's going to get worse still. So, I think that's what they use them for.